style and features an adorable space baby. And the snails were amazing. I promise this is the last time, but I have to. Lastly, there's this beautiful Galileo set, the first of many historical figures, and this spike here on the back rotates the Earth around the Sun. Anyway, talking of free Lego, I'm giving away the largest Lego set ever released, the Death Star, thanks to this video's sponsor, Whatnot. Whatnot is a shopping app where you can buy and sell pretty much anything, including Lego, trading cards, collectibles, clothing, and even snacks. In fact, I didn't quite have 100 free Lego sets when making this video, so of course I'm using Whatnot to fill in the gaps. Come to the giveaway, sign up to Whatnot with my link in the description or the on-screen QR code. You'll also get £10 completely free added to your account to spend on anything within the app. And if you then spend it, you'll be entered into the giveaway twice. So use the QR code or link below to sign up to Whatnot today for a chance to win the Lego Death Star, plus your free £10 credit.
Thousands on an online course to sound like this. That's what you learn with Loki. It helps you go deeper and shows you not just what to play, but why it actually works. And yeah, it listens to what you play and waits for you to hit the right notes. There's also this huge song library. Pop, classical, rock, film scores, all of it. Download Loki now and try it out.
Inside the apartment atop the Eiffel Tower, which I actually built on the Eiffel Tower itself before then building the Eiffel Tower itself, followed by a tribute to primatologist Jane Goodall, of whom I was immensely fond. Pioneering aviator Amelia Earhart is next, beside the Lockheed Vega 5B, in which she became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. Then another transport tribute, Ernest Shackleton, aboard the lifeboat that saved him from the ice-trapped Endurance. The other 4 historical sets pay homage to authors, and are all delightfully built as books. The first sees Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, which I actually built outside of his London home. Then Jane Austen is depicted in a beautiful Georgian living room, with portraits referencing her work. The third honours Danish author Hans Christian Andersen, known for his countless iconic fairy tales, whilst the last celebrates French author Jules Verne, a favourite of mine, with the set portraying a number of stories in steampunk miniature. I love how even though all 4 books, they all manage to be different from each other. So Charles Dickens is built on top of the book. For Jane Austen, the book is standing up. Hans Christian Andersen, the book is open. And for Jules Verne, it's open at a different angle, and it has a bookmark. I really love the Nautilus submarine. Okay, where are we? Disney. There are only 3 Disney sets, but they're all really quite unique. The first celebrates the company's centenary, with Mickey Mouse, an animation desk, and coolest of all, a working film projector. The Steamboat Willie set is entirely black and white, and its panels and smokestacks even move. They actually already made Steamboat Willie as a Lego idea set 7 years ago, but it's now obscenely expensive, even second-hand, so I think this is a really cool free gift. And finally, there's a vintage TV, with interchangeable screens showing different movies. Next, dioramas. Lego has so far released dioramas of 4 different biomes: a wonderfully colourful undersea diorama, the brick-mill wildlife of the African savannah, the northern lights over a mountain valley, and my favourite, a dense jungle. So of course it's time to ask, does it come with a control? Yes it does. Alright, the next thing is, well, it's my favourite one, miniatures. Lego actually had a gift with purchase series called Houses of the World, which later evolved into Shops of the World. There's the South American house, North African house, Alpine chalet, traditional Chinese house, bakery, sweet shop, florist, and grocers. I really love these and how uniform they are. My only issue is that they're micro scale, they're too small for Lego minifigures. But Lego have just released a new series called Restaurants of the World, which is minifigure scale. So far, this is the only one, but I'm very excited for the series to continue. But it gets really cool with the miniature Ninjago sets. These 4 are actually miniature versions of real sets. So this everyone. This is Ninjago City Gardens, which I actually built a couple of times from previous videos, and this is Ninjago City Markets. And just like their full-size counterparts, they join together to form a larger, albeit still miniature city. Which brings us to my favourite of the video, and in fact one of my favourite LEGO sets of all time, the Mini Modulars. It features miniature versions of the first 5 modular buildings, of which I only have 2, because they're now insanely expensive, but I'll show you nonetheless for comparison. Next up, add-ons. The next 7 sets are different in that they all come with a specific LEGO set, sort of adding on to it. There's a botanical gate, an extension to the botanical gardens, and the Simpsons living room, which came with the recent Krusty Burger set. The other 5 all came with modular buildings. The vintage taxi with the boutique hotel, the moving truck with the jazz club, the retro food truck with the natural history museum. This set accidentally came with 2 sticker sheets, and although I cannot fathom what I'm going to do with the extras, I am unreasonably happy about it. The corner kiosk with the Tudor corner, and finally the vintage parade car with this year's shopping street. A few sets from earlier also add on to larger sets the way these do, but just felt more fitting in other categories. I'm getting really bored now, so we're going to speedrun whatever the next theme is. We'll go for seasonal. Ready? Valentine's Day chocolates, penguins in love, birthday diorama, Easter chicks, Easter basket, Halloween cat and mouse, luminous ghost, lucky knots, line dance, baubles, ballerina, horse-born carriage, Santa's workshop, gingerbread house, gingerbread train, and gingerbread market. Wait, I don't think this one's gingerbread. You know the drill. Let's go for that top one. 3 and 1. This set can either be built as a cat, a witch, or a dragon, but there aren't enough pieces to build all 3 at once. But since I buy a lot of Lego, I had 3 so could do them all at the same time. Ralph really loved the cat. This set, however, can be built in one of 12 different ways. A coral reef, an ice cream, a crab, a castle, a sailboat, a lion, a campfire, a koala, a carousel, a plane, a mountain, and a lighthouse. I hope there's no more because I'm running out of screens. Again, all 12 can't be built simultaneously, but again I had 12 so I could build them all. And ultimately then... miscellaneous sets. This is a sort of catch-all category, a catch-all-gery if you will, with everything from a Lego shop, Pirate Island and Pirate Park, to a sandwich shop, firework display and amusement park. Which means... there's a car with a Lego ball. Yes, there are 2 yellow frogs and 2 yellow ducks. Then there was a whole family of ducks, plus a cassette player and record player, as well as a tiny castle, alien diner and hot chocolate stand. But 2 sets really stood out. A buildable space baby, which pairs really well with the buildable spaceman set, and best of all, the ball maze. So the goal is to get the ball round here, through the tunnel, over here, over the seesaw, and the spinning thing up here, and to end here. Let's give it a go. Wish me luck. Well, that said, I'm only showing you my successful attempt, and it took me quite a few tries beforehand. Yeah, did it. So by a process of elimination, this last one is tributes. These sets all honour either LEGO themes or anniversaries, or are updated versions of iconic older sets, such as the Blacktron Cruiser and Magisto's Magical Workshop. The Mini Knights Castle celebrates the castle theme, whilst the Micro Rocket Launchpad and Classic Space logo honour the space theme. There are also 3 more space babies. Then there's a tribute to the Lego house with 5 separate builds, as well as 4 separate builds celebrating 60 years of the Lego brick. Finally, set number 100 celebrates 40 years of Lego trains. I should really make another Lego train video. So there we go, 100 free Lego sets. My favourite was definitely the Mini Modular, closely followed by the ball maze and the whole series of the historical figures. I really hope they keep their going. But of course, I don't forget the sticker sheet that made me unreasonably happy. But yeah, I am very tired and I'm going to get some sleep now. Thanks again to Whatnot for sponsoring this video. Make sure to sign up using the link or QR code and then spend your credit for a bonus entry into the giveaway for the chance to win the Lego Death Star. All thanks to Whatnot. The trouble with dominoes is that there are never enough of them. Well, that was underwhelming. So what if I built a domino run stretching my entire house by using anything and everything except actual dominoes? Think books, videotapes, cereal boxes, Lego, soap, and all manner of weird and wonderful household objects. See, I have a very big announcement. This is the Unordinary Book of Ideas, a collection of over 50 whimsical projects you can do yourself, coming out in September but available to pre-order now, with an exclusive pre-order bonus chapter you can download immediately. I've spent months writing it, and I am genuinely so proud of how it's turned out. And you guessed it, project number 1 is building dominoes out of household objects, so let's begin setting them up. We're going to start in the lounge, and I have a ton of ideas for in here. So I want the dominoes to go around the room, through the TV, across onto the windowsill, then out into the kitchen. The first thing I used as dominoes were old VHS tapes. You know, those things that played movies before Netflix or DVDs. This one is really cool. It's got the original receipt from when it was bought in 2003? Yeah, 2003. This one was bought before I was born in 1992, and Playdays was always my favourite show when I was a kid. I once even had a birthday cake of the blue Playdays bus, and it gave everyone blue, well, you can figure it out. I then printed custom Cat Pun movie labels. The Little Mermaid became the Little Meow Maid, The Shawshank Redemption became the Clawshank Redemption, and Reservoir Dogs obviously became Reservoir Cats, as well as literally hundreds more. I've used old video game consoles as a ramp to take it to the TV stand, and then tables, board games, and a guitar stool to reach the windowsill. Next, I continued the board game theme with playing cards, Jenga blocks, which I accidentally knocked over, and top trumps, before moving on to cassette tapes. These were the things that played music before Spotify or CDs, and I found loads of them, which I positioned along the windowsill. This one's really cool. It's got a special film inside which cleans the tape heads of your cassette player. And then this one's just Gregorian chanting. That's when Henry decided to try and give me a heart attack by walking alongside and in between them. How is he not knocking them over? Oh no. So the lounge is all set up, and I've left some gaps in case I accidentally knock it over. Whoa, that was close. I think we need something to distract Henry, and luckily the second unordinary idea is perfect for this. Make a homemade pet toy. I filled a stripy sock with catnip and pillow stuffing, sewed the end shut, ironed on some eyes, and drew a lopsided smile with fabric paint. May I present to you Sir Otto Sockington. Henry instantly had a new best friend. It was adorable. Okay, on to the kitchen. I'm only going to use packaged food in here, as much as I'd love to eat several hundred biscuits. I mean, I can't exactly eat 18 boxes of cereal, 6 rice, 10 breadsticks, and 10 lasagna sheets. More drink, I don't even want to know how many juice boxes, but at least I'll be able to give them away afterwards. It's all set up, and hopefully Bella's not about to headbutt anything. The dominoes are actually going to start here in the office, and I had no shortage of ideas. Batteries, staples, highlighters, these rectangular crayons, post-it notes, erasers, as well as reams of paper and ring binders. I even took the time to have some language and future video ideas. But that's all already formal, and since I quite often build Lego in here, it seemed the perfect opportunity to make some Lego dominoes. I also used the bridge from Swampington to span the gap from the windowsill to the desk. Plus, I'm going to be using the Tower Bridge Lego set, as well as the colourful Tower Bridge performance pieces. The Lego dominoes are arches, try and make them some points. Let's let Dennis to find something to go up there to actually start the chain reaction in the first place. Which brings us to the third unordinary idea. This is something on a banknote or coin. Banknotes and coins are tangible cultural artifacts, but I like to use them as a sort of guidebook. Over the years, I've visited loads of real-life locations for wild currency, and I know lots of the places it's brought me. But for this side quest, I'm going to travel somewhere I've always wanted to go. It's time for a very serious business trip. See, my favourite ever banknote is a US $2 bill, in part because of how uncommon they are. In fact, many Americans don't believe they exist, and there are countless news reports of people even being arrested for trying to use them. But they are real, and I've come to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to visit the location on the back of the note. But first I went sightseeing. I saw the Rocky Steps, the Liberty Bell, and the Order Street in America. And that evening saw my favourite band in concert. But then it was time for a side quest within a side quest. I'm in Philadelphia to find the love song and build it out of Lego. It was a lot smaller than I was expecting, but delightful as always to build the Lego counterpart beside the real thing. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Back to the original side quest. This is Independence Hall, which incidentally features a $100 bill, and inside which is the assembly room, where the Declaration of Independence was signed exactly 250 years ago. This says the $100 bill, and how cool is this? I never thought of the building, and the whole thing is just wonderful. Finally getting to Lego boxes to span the hallway, and then it was on to the bedroom. Now this was definitely the toughest room to come up with dominoes for, but I bought 20 alarm clocks, so I'm now going to be very punctual. 2 light candles and matches, pillow spray, whatever that is, a tower of books, and pillows. So Henry's playing hide and seek. Where are you, bud? There you are, you look so cozy. I also want to use photo frames, so gave Henry a disposable camera and asked him to take a load of selfies. Let's just take a moment to appreciate these. So dominoes now haphazardly balanced, we can move on to the bathroom. And this thing is easy. She's going to come in from the bedroom, stake around the shower, up the ramp, across the bridge, onto here, down onto the toilet, and then back out. I use bars of soap, packets of tissues, toothpaste, dental floss, and plasters, plus built stairs out of toilet paper. Which means we're almost done. All that remained was to set up cat food packets on the stairs and connect it to the lounge. For this I used parcels, adorned with custom stamps, and addresses from Sponkington. Bella, we're done. What's that, you want me to briefly tell them about my new book, The Unordinary Book of Ideas, available to pre-order now from everywhere you normally buy books? Well, if you say so. These have been just 3 of the projects, but the book contains over 50 more playful and whimsical ideas, just waiting for you to put your fingerprints all over. From homemade travel signposts and season time-lapses, to fridge-scaping and writing theme songs for your pets. This is my first time releasing a book, but they told me the pre-order is really important for showing Flipflops how interested they should be. So if you're thinking of getting it at some point, I'd really love if you pre-ordered it now. Plus you'll get an exclusive bonus chapter to download right now. Writing this was so much fun. I'm delighted with how it turned out and incredibly excited for you to try out the projects yourself. Okay, where are we? Ready, steady, go. The Home Depot has 3 deliveries. So you can get everything you need for out there or in here without having to go anywhere. Order today, free delivery from the Home Depot.
I'm at a brisk lemonade stand, taking a stand for more refreshing brisk lemonade. That's brisk.
It went wrong. In fact, it kept going wrong. But each time we learned something new and changed something to make it more reliable. We ended up scrapping the staples, batteries, key light candles, playing cards and more. And I always